I will be answering some questions about the article Shakespeare in the Bush by Laura Bohannon. So, a quick summary of Shakespeare in the Bush by Laura Bohannon is that it's about a American anthropologist who sets out to study the Tiv in West Africa that eventually was taught the true meaning of Hamlet. This article illustrates impact of worldview on interpretation of cultural meanings by showing how deeply held cultural beliefs can change how people understand cultural meanings. She does this by showing how the Tiv elders see the universal story of Hamlet through their own cultural lens. This goes against Bohannon's idea that human nature and classic literature are universally understandable. She shows a ethnocentric bias in Shakespeare in the Bush by first assuming that everyone understands the principles and morals of Hamlet. She thought that human nature is pretty much the same everywhere, and that Shakespeare's brilliance would be clear to everyone. Shakespeare in the Bush questions the idea that one's cultural values are normal or best by showing that even stories and topics that are thought to be generically human are seen via a specific cultural lens. She thought that the main parts of Hamlet would be understood and liked by the Tiv people as a universal story, but a number of deep cultural misunderstandings showed her wrong. So, a unique Christian norm or tradition is the conviction that salvation is a divine gift obtained by trust in Jesus Christ rather than being earned through human merit or good deeds. This could be perceived differently by an outsider based on their worldview, often shaped by how they think Christians act and how their ideas fit or don't fit with modern social and moral standards. I recommend a recommended practice for communicating across cultures is to understand that a person's worldview is a basic way of seeing reality. This can make people see the same event or idea in various ways. Instead of thinking that everyone will comprehend good communication, should be ready to change their message to meet the cultural background of the people they're talking to. This requires humility, active listening, and a desire to learn about other people's opinions and values. You can see this while Laura Bohannon is telling the story of Hamlet to the Tiv people, as they think frequently interrupted her by interpreting the narrative through their own cultural lens, which was based on their specific beliefs about kinship, authority, and the supernatural. such as the ghosts of Hamlet's father being seen as an omen sent by a witch or a sign of witchcraft. Unfortunately, I do not have a personal experience or an observation of a cultural misunderstanding. And the most significant lesson or idea that I gained after reading Shakespeare in the Bush is how different a culture interpreted Hamlet based on their views and how their interpretation had made sense to me in understanding Hamlet myself. Thank you.